He just sent me a picture of him on the games, so I'm not gonna be hearing from him for the next 5 hours. They're all just in love with their homeboys.
If you think that women shouldn't have because that's the natural consequence for having sex, then I think we can both agree that the natural consequence for somebody should be having their cut off.
Yeah, we can get down with that. yeah, dap me up. The freak you talking.
Go ahead. Keep screaming strong and independent. Meanwhile, men are out here choosing fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive, not combative, masculine, and stubborn. And if you got kids, you're not disqualified, but you are on a harder level. You gotta prove why a man should take care of your situation. He could easily build one from scratch with someone else.
A lot of these modern women like to say that, red pill and manosphere is just full of bitter men. But they never really truly hear the man out. They never really truly hear what the man is talking about. Like, well, we not like this, and man, they don't want to do this, and they don't want to do the work, which, for some people is true. But there are some men out there that are actually doing the work, and you're disrespecting the man. That's what you're doing. You're disrespecting him, and you're acting like he's nothing. And so maybe at some point in time, you should learn to be a little bit better of a person and see where things go.
It's so painful.
What are you doing, bro?
Do you really not know? Like, your thighs don't chafe?
Well, if you had on more than underwear, they'd stop chafing. But those are shorts, not underwear. Men's underwear. She's wearing underwear. See? Fixed. You're welcome. Just put clothes on and problem solved. That's so tough.
If a man is always there for you, don't confuse consistency with weakness. When you call, he shows up. When you text, he replies. When you need him, he's present. That's not luck. That's commitment. A man like that isn't available because he has nothing going on. He has a life. He just chooses you. Right. And a man who chooses you consistently is a man most people lose and regret later.
A lot of these modern women don't understand that chickens are coming home to roost. So many words. So many words. Everything that men have been saying about y'all's foolishness for years is playing out in real time. I know you like to laugh at men. I know you said men was hating, but at some point in time, you gotta start looking around. You gotta start looking at the think pieces. Looking at the comments. Looking at the comments. How stressed out y'all are. And men been telling you for years, man. Been telling you for years. Y'all are playing games. And eventually those games are going to catch up to you.
Part 4. And I will leave it at part 4 unless y'all want me to continue. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it at part 4. I'm going to say this, that men have a right to their feelings, and this is how they feel, ladies. Let's get it started. Y'all are too naked, too scantily dressed out in public. They don't like the fake hair and the extended lashes. That's been an ongoing conversation. They hate lace front wigs. They hate it. Y'all are not fun to be around. Someone said, why even date when you can get everything for free, expecting everything, offering nothing, too many attitudes? I agree. Always needing approval from your friends, from y'all friends, very unapproachable. I can also agree. Say you want good men, but constantly pick the opposite. I agree. Always seeking validation and attention from social media. I can go on.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. And the funny thing about some of these single women, single mothers and their standards is now they're out here looking for a man to quote unquote step up and raise another man's kids. Look, you can be a single mom, you can do all of that, but you got to understand that men have choices and they don't have to pick you. That's what you have to understand. A lot of men are not choosing to sign up for that, right? They're not choosing a woman with kids because they don't have to. They're not choosing to be involved with, somebody else's drama, somebody else's chaos. They don't want to do that. And once again, I know you want to call him sassy, but I don't have to do it.
A good man that knows his value but has been through stuff will create his own peace and chill in it and wait for a woman to add to it. They are not out there dating a new girl every week and spending all of their money. And it's not that they've sworn off relationships altogether, but their bar for a woman to enter into the life that they've created is really high due to all the other great stuff that they have filling their lives. They are still building, and they will not be distracted by shiny objects that are not going to stick around. They're really only interested in finding that person that's going to be their ride or die. These are the highest quality of men. And even though they are not actually that rare, they are hard to find because they probably aren't on dating apps. They aren't simping on your half-naked photos on Instagram, and they aren't approaching you when you haven't even looked him in the eyes or, I don't know, waved him over. They are probably in my comment section though. So if you find one, you're the one that needs to get his attention, and then don't let him go.
A lot of men and women don't understand. When a man goes for somebody who might not be as pretty as you, modern women are quick to call it a downgrade. Oh, she don't have the body that I do, or she don't have the looks that I do, or the fashion that I do, or the job that I do. He downgraded. No, he didn't. He didn't. Because when you walk into his home, you feel peace. You feel at home. Guess who did that? His girl. His wife. She did that. Because she doesn't have a spirit and an energy of chaos and drama. So no, he actually upgraded. I know you like to think because you drive a nice car and you have a nice house that he downgraded. He's doing just fine.
Get rich? Are your siblings rich too? You get rich? Mama, we made it. Your mama rich too? Or are you the type of person, you get rich and you rich only? I'm just trying to read the room and read the temperature and see what's normal to y'all. Because me, I don't trust nobody that's not on some, if I'm up, you up. If I made it, you made it when it comes to family.
No, let me say that. That's what I just saw that going on with Gorilla and her little sister Brorilla or whatever they call. If I'm rich, if I get rich, I'm going to make sure my siblings are good. I'm going to invest in them to say, hey, I got this money sitting aside over here. What would you like to do to help you? Instead of giving a man fish, I'm going to teach a man how to fish. Mama, my mom, dad, they good. You know what I mean? They can sit it down. They got to do a damn thing if they don't want to. Siblings, I'm definitely going to invest in them, and I'm definitely going to give them a leg up in life. You know what I mean? And a great piece of change.
You know, a lot of modern women, they don't realize that the dating market has crashed for them. They think that they can still go out there and, you know, basically in so many words, do what they want, can act how I want, keep on finessing men out of drinks and stuff like that. But the dating market is crashing for you. Men understand that. Men have been watching it happen. And you really just honestly and truly, you might get a few drinks here and there, but you really price yourself out of the market. And now you can't find a buyer. And so you're sitting up here with a whole bunch of worthless stock. Unfortunately, I hate to say it like that, but that's essentially what it comes down to. Worthless stock that no man is really interested in.
Stop! I'm not the same guy. Go! I don't like her. I'm not. Hey, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking. You're gorgeous. I'm just telling you. You
want men to approach, and then they act like this. Sometimes they are the ones keeping themselves and everyone around them single. Literally nobody wants to deal with energy like that. And look, guys aren't perfect. Clearly this was not the best time, but if it was another dude who's tired of dating apps and tired of feeling lonely, finally worked up the courage to put himself out there, and this is the kind of reaction he got, that is probably his first and last time ever doing that. And the funny part is, I wasn't even talking to her. I was trying to compliment her friend in the back, and she jumps in, starts screaming and making a scene. Classic fridge protecting the snacks. So yeah, you can keep talking about why don't men approach us anymore? But when you act like this, you create the exact reality that you complain about. So when you're sitting in your 30s and thinking, where have all the good men gone? Rewind this clip and you'll have your answer.
A lot of these modern women need a good dose. a heavy dose of the block button. They need to be humbled by the block button, right? You know, a lot of these men used to argue with modern women, go back and forth with them. They try to work it out, and now block button. You're about to get blocked, delete, gone. Period. End of story. And modern women are not used to that. They're not used to men just cutting off the conversation. That's why they call it sassy. Men out here dismissing women, no conversation, no closure, no nothing. Just block. You're about to get blocked. And that's the end of it. A lot of modern women, they're humbled by that, but they don't like saying it. And so they say, oh, he's sassy. Whenever a man blocks you, you got to him. You sure did. Got to him, and he got to that block button. Have a blessed life.
When a woman is with a real man, a grounded masculine man, she changes. She doesn't need to control. She doesn't test him. She doesn't argue for power because she feels safe in his. A healthy woman wants to follow a man who leads with strength and consistency. She doesn't follow because she's weak. She follows because she trusts. That's the difference. When she's with the right man, her walls drop. Her feminine comes alive again. The softness, the nurturing, the desire to please and support him. She amplifies his energy, not competes with it. She'll pour into him, cook for him, touch him, speak life into him because his leadership earns that devotion. He makes her feel safe enough to surrender, and that is beautiful. That is the polarity that I always talk about. When the masculine leads, the feminine blooms. Men, stop chasing women who don't want to follow, and women, stop fighting men who are built to lead you. When both people are in their natural roles, peace replaces chaos, love replaces power struggles, and the attraction never dies. That's the relationship that everybody wants, right? But very few are actually brave enough to build it.
A lot of these modern women used to clown dudes that would be alone, men that would stay to themselves and do their own thing, men that would, focus on their hobbies. We're not just talking about sitting in a corner crying your life away. We're talking about men who are focused, have a goal, have a vision, have a perspective, not chasing women. These are the types of men that women called and are currently calling weirdos. Oh, that guy, he must be sassy. Oh, he's a loser. But those types of guys are at peace. They work into what they need. They stacking money. Stress-free, happy, living life like they want to, and you're out here. You yourself are out here chasing around these men that don't want you, trying to get their attention, crying on the internet. So at that rate, who actually won?
I quit at being independent. I don't want to do this anymore. This is draining. I'm so ready to have a man come into my life and take care of me. My tires pop. 2 of my tires pop. And I'm sitting in my car because I don't know what the to do. Obviously, I know what the to do, but I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm ready to have someone come into my life and take care of me. This is so draining, this independent life. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. Because every time something happens, I always have to figure it out on my own. And I don't want to do that. Ya. Y ya renuncio, ya no quiero ser independiente, ya. I want to be spoiled and taken care of. Because I shouldn't have to be stressing about this. No remorse, no regret. I'm tired.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
A lot of these modern women, they think they're slick. And so they think they're running game on men. They're getting what they want and they're moving on. But a lot of times men they already know the game. They already know what you're doing. And so now you're getting pumped and dumped. Okay. Oh, you want $500? I remember a comedian. He was actually, I think, Trip on, Tonight's Conversation. He's got a lot of good things to say. He said something to the fact of, the effective man. If a man likes you, he'll spend the money. So, you know, you gauging his love for you based on the money they spend. Some of these brothers out here got it, and they'll spend it. Pump and dump. Yeah, man, I paid $500. Oh, you a simp? Whatever. I paid $500. I'm $500 lighter, and you a body heavier. I got another body, and men have been doing this to you over and over again, and sending you back out to the street. And so, whereas maybe you did it once or twice, and instead of leaving that experience in the past, never to be spoken of anymore, you decided you was going to do it again. You decided that steak dinner was worth it, and you was going to do it again. And now you got 6 bodies, and then you got 10, and then you got 15. Honestly, at that point in time, you might as well go ahead and start your full-blown business, because you're already out there on the street. I mean, you might not be out on the street, but that's essentially what you're doing.
As a single woman, I'm getting a little worried when I scroll on this app that like all of the good single men, 30-year-olds and up, or near that range, they are, if they're single, they're staying inside and doing exactly what I would want to do, which is like binge a show and like order and take out. Like, why when I'm scrolling, I'm seeing all these like cute men who look like they have their head on their shoulders. They probably don't. Let's just be real. But they're all like staying inside. Like, what I'm trying to do is text a girlfriend and be like, hey, you know what? Instead of me cuddling into bed and binging all of Real Housewives, let's go out. Because I'm just hoping that one day, like, I meet my husband, like, meet cute randomly. Like, I gotta go out and do that, right? I have to, like, actually put myself out there. I have to actually do my makeup and, like, put on a cute outfit and do that, you know? Crazy concept. But I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the opposite. Hey, get out there. Please stop ordering takeout by yourself and wait for me to be there with you to do it, okay? Literally, I don't... Probably gonna run into a douchebag. Pray for me.
And I know we like to talk about men, passport bros, men going overseas to find their wife, or, you know, going maybe somewhere else or going outside of their race. You like to clown them because they're doing it. Oh, you're not a real man. You ain't able to do this. And you can say whatever you want. But if you didn't have such a bad attitude, if you weren't entitled, if you didn't have that stupid I don't need a man energy, then it wouldn't be an issue. Men wouldn't have to hop on a plane, hop in the car and go to another city, or turn from you in the club, look at another woman and say, hey, how you doing? My name is James. Can I buy you a drink? Yeah, sure. Nobody's asked me all night. Yeah, for sure. Hey, since I'm buying you a drink, you mind if we dance? Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. Hey, I really enjoyed talking to you tonight. I really do enjoy dancing with you. Mind if I get your number? Maybe we can do it again sometime. James. Wow. Absolutely. Hey, you know, there's a nice taco spot. I've been seeing it for about a month now. I really didn't have anybody to go with. I wanted to see if you were down. Yeah, what time do you want to go? I mean, I'm coming home from work right now. I'm in the area. I can just come swing by and pick you up. Give me 15 minutes to get, I mean, I'm not going to look my best, but give me 15 minutes to get ready. It's that simple. It's that simple. It really is.
Knowing what I know, if I didn't know what I know, I wouldn't date her.
But I do feel like maybe you're up a little high on like the check boxes of women.
No.
I feel like a lot of guys, they don't have that standard that you have.
There's so many,
true,
but there's so many good dudes in the world.
I'm still waiting for one to come around for all my single friends, and they're out there dating. So where are they?
Hold on.
Where are they? We need to know, because I don't know about that.
You got to say which single friends you're dating.
Bro,
no, you have to tell me in
honestly,
this, but some of them, it's not. Some of them, I'm just like.
There's not a lot of good single dudes. I'm just saying.
There's so many good single dudes.
Where?
But some of these.
I will have to say a lot of the girls I know would say, where, bro? They're playing games. They're standing me up. They're not texting me back. They're freaking. Where are the guys? They're not at the bars. What, at freaking church? Like, no.
Oh, then never mind. Yeah, I mean.
I didn't meet you at the church.
Nah, but.
I feel like just with the times now, it would be so hard to date.
Yeah,
and like
okay, I can't talk about dating. No, I wouldn't.
So what do you mean then? You said there's a bunch of single good dudes.
There's a bunch of good dudes, but it's also like, ask all those questions, like what are you doing? Are you playing games? Ask the exact same thing for them.
For the women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone else feel really bad actually for those girls with the extremely hot like TikTok famous boyfriends? I saw this video this girl posted and the whole comment section were people fangirling over her man, being like, girl, like you did so well, props to you, like he's hot, he looks like straight out of a movie, like oh my god, the way I would simply combust, like that would be my 13th reason you would never see me again. If the whole comments of my video was hyping up my man, I don't know what I'd do. Like, yeah, my fiance is perfectly handsome, in my personal opinion, like, wonderful, cute guy, but ain't nobody out there being like, girl, like, you're the uggo compared to him. Meanwhile, like, that's kind of what these people were insinuating on her comments, like, girl, you did good for yourself, like, he's hot. She's cute and super pretty, like, nothing wrong with her. Very pretty girl. But these comments would have ate me up, like, I would have been, I could not, I don't think I could do that. Especially if they have like some kind of like social media presence too, where it's like their whole comments is like girls simping over them, and then like any girl they date, everybody's like, oh, she's mid, like, no way. Like, I don't think I could do it.
So are you really the most attractive out of all who are available, or are you single because you don't qualify for somebody who actually is the kind of person you actually want to be with? Are you single because you have high standards that you don't even meet yourself and you need to actually get there in order for those people to be available to you? It's probably not. Based on the numbers alone, chances are if you're single, it's because you're not hitting a high level, and when other people come across you, they don't have the experience that they just gotta have you. They could do without you. That doesn't happen when people are highly attractive. They don't get passed up because they're rare. That's just the truth. So you got to look at your experience. Don't just think about what your friends are telling you or what you think you should think about yourself. Especially women are overinflated in their own head. The actual experience you're getting in your romantic life, that's telling you the truth of yourself, not what you think in your head. It's your experience tells you the truth. What's actually happening are good men who most women would be happy, thrilled to be with. Are they the ones pursuing you or not? You don't have to tell me the truth. You need to tell yourself the truth. Okay, that's your first step, because this is most women right now. You can be real that the experience you want does not match what you actually want to be happening. Then you start, instead of blaming the men, you need to look at yourself and say, what do I need to do in order to qualify for that tier? You don't just manifest it like by just thinking about it and wanting it. All right.
Don't want that sometimes.
Because I know women know what they're doing. Like,
yeah,
when you show something, we men are gonna be like, yo, like double tap or slide in the DM.
Mm-hmm.
So I just find that a little. Is it hypocritical or ironic? What's the word? But but I really think they know what they're doing. And talking about the topic of like being in a relationship and posting stuff like that, as a man, for me, that's a big red flag. You know, so for me, I don't really like my women. Like, I don't mind if they have a social media, but I'm not into the type of women that like post like half naked pictures. And if you're at the beach, you're on the beach, great. But
that's fine.
Like pictures that you can tell it's a clickbait.
They're trying to
it's a thirst trap. Is the word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess I just want to dig into the mind of a woman. Like, why that? You know what I'm saying? Let's say you have a man, you're in a relationship, you're happy. Why do you still want to get that extra attention for someone? It should be for your man. I mean, especially if you're married, right? But why do you want to, shake some?
So I want to answer his question really bad, but I actually cannot.
Please do. No, I want the pure.
And that's the thing. Like, maybe if I did do these things, it would be easier for me to maybe explain or see like the angle where some women come from with these things. But I think it could. I mean, everybody loves that.
Everybody loves attention.
Some people actually
she
don't
just
like.
said it.
See, some people
most
don't.
women, can we all agree that most
women, I think, love attention, whether they want to admit to
it's
it
in
or
nature.
not.
It's in your nature.
It's in our nature.
Okay.
Like, we love, getting compliments.
Oh, yeah?
You might say, oh, this outfit, I'm wearing it for myself. Like, who are you?
But we know.
But even though, yes, you are wearing it for yourself. Now, if 1,000 people compliment you on that thing, you're going to be like on cloud 9, And it's the same way that if nobody compliments you, you'll be like, this thing, I'm looking so hot like this. Nobody's telling me anything. Like, you're feeling yourself and you're like,
No, you really do hear a lot of modern women talking about men need to work on themselves, or you need to get your money up. They don't really say you need to go to the gym, but, basically a lot of times I hear it's, you need to go to therapy, make more money, that sort of thing. And a lot of men took your advice. A lot of men started working on themselves, kind of focusing on themselves, working on their money, going to the gym, doing all of the things that you ask them to do, effectively communicating, emotional intelligence, all that other stuff, right? But modern women, for one, didn't expect, because they think that men don't like to improve themselves. They think that men are incompetent. So it's going to be, oh man, he's not going to do it right if he does it. And he's going to have a terrible time because he's just a terrible person. But it's not really turning out that way. It's turning out that men are going out and improving themselves. And this is a lot better than I thought it would be. Okay, so, I thought I was good before. I'm Superman now. And now you're seeing men come out and move with confidence. Now you're seeing men, after they work on themselves, move with purpose, move in alignment with their vision, their goals, getting mentors and coaches that say, okay, a little bit less of that, a little bit more of this. Got it. And one thing men will do is they will trial and error. They will tinker with this till they get it right. Trial and error in the right direction. And when you get a man that figures out how to do that efficiently, how are you going to mess with that? How are you going to compete with that? You're not. And that's why a lot of these modern women aren't getting chosen. Because a man that's able to do that, done. That man becomes a high value man. And you're not worthy. A lot of modern women aren't worthy of a high value man.